Hello and welcome to Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. I sometimes forget that there's like a delay. So if I say hello, then nothing happens. So hello to the chat. Hello to everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. I don't have a license, but I just give you advice anyway. That's the name of the show. That's the plan of the show. And that's how the show works. So if you have anything you need help with, any kind of life advice you need, you got a problem with your mechanic, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your dog, your cat, yeah, put it in the chat. Or you can go to jeffahern56 at gmail.com. You can put it in there as well. And I'll try and answer your question. Just remember, I'm unlicensed, okay? So, cut me some slack. But it's honestly, it's better. And you're not paying for it. It's free. It's a free service to you. So here we go. Let's kick this puppy off right now. All right, here we go. Boom. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. All right, let's see. Let's start with am I? Yeah, I do that a lot. I hit the wrong button and took myself right out. Let's try it again. Hit the right button, and you'll see. It's way better when I hit the right button. It is. That's what she said. All right, here we go. All right, am I the asshole? This is from. Let me share this too. Let's everyone can check this out together and do this as a team. And you're welcome to offer your input as well. So it doesn't have to just be me. We go here and here. I think we're rocking and rolling. We're ready to go. Are you? I'm ready. Let's do this. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, what's this about? Huh? This is just this. All right. Well, let's do this one. Let me do one, and then we'll get started. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my longtime girlfriend because she decided that she doesn't want children? Not necessarily, but she's your longtime girlfriend. You didn't know this is news to you. This never came up in a conversation. Is this? You can't say Indian giver anymore. That's offensive. To I guess Native Americans. I don't know what they care one way or the other. But you said one thing and then you did another. All right. So male, my 26-year-old now ex, so they're done. Girlfriend has been dating for 4 years. Sorry, and I had been dating for 4 years. So my ex-girlfriend. All right. Yeah, dating 4 years, living together for 2. You've been living together for 2 years, dating 4. You know pretty well what's going on in this situation. Pretty early into our relationship, we realized we were interested in something serious and long term. Well, you're living together. I sure hope so. Kind of suck if she was bringing dudes back. We had discussions to see if our values and goals aligned. We're both super liberal. All right. We both wanted to stay in our current city, ideally forever. Okay. So far, I guess so good. Honestly, though, let's say during this conversation, the topic of children came up, and we both said that we want to have children in the future. Okay, yeah, she can't go back. I mean, she can go back on that. She did, but yeah, that's a deal breaker. You basically had 3 things. You got to be a liberal, apparently. You can't have any sort of political strife or differences of opinion there. That's an issue that you both have, by the way, just right out of the gate. Also, you both thought you were having kids and you wanted a long-term relationship, right? Right. Okay. So is she Republican now? Are you Republican now? How funny would that be if you wanted a short-term relationship, you're Republican, and she doesn't want kids? Anyway, I don't think you're the asshole for this. She reneged. She did. She didn't do it. So, all right. Well, a little while back, she told me that she no longer wanted to have children because she was not comfortable bringing children into the world. How did I know that was coming? That is just selfishness on her part. Let's be honest. I'm not comfortable with the work involved having a child. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, brother. That's what that is. I'm more concerned with myself and what I have to do. I don't want to bring a child into the world. It means I want to go on more Disney cruises by myself and with you without kids. I don't know. I should say, I don't want to say it, but I did. So there you go. Jeff, that's why I'm an unlicensed therapist. But yeah, it generally bespeaks selfishness on her part. She's like, okay, I'll do it now. I don't want to bring a child in this world. And they play it off like it's like, they're doing this grandiose thing when it's just them being lazy, really. But, to each their own. And you're each allowed to make your decisions. But when you come into a relationship together under the auspices that you're going to have kids, and then one of you's like, yeah, you get yourself a girl who wants to have some kids. Let her go. She's a selfish one. I'll tell you that right now. There you go. Anyway, I told her to respect her decision, but while part of me will always love her, and what I had to break up with her because her goals no longer align. You are 100% on board, and smart for you for doing that. I said I respect her too much to continue our relationship under false pretenses. You sound like a good dude. You're going to find somebody good. You're going to find a keeper. Throw this one back. And I will never be happy with child-free lifestyle. So you know yourself. Were to continue our relationship, I would either be hoping she would change her mind or I would grow resentful. So you're doing a lot of good introspective work. You seem like you should up. You need to upgrade on your woman, on your lady bear. Naturally, she was upset. Yeah, I would imagine. She said she couldn't believe I would break up with her like that. She accused me of never loving her. I was willing to break up with her so quickly. She called me decisive, my decisiveness callous, etc. Well, I was sympathetic. I thought she was overreacting. You just broke up with her. She expected you to just go along. She thought you were a whipping boy. Maybe you were before, but you took a stand here, and it caught her off guard, which I didn't get whatsoever because I think it's natural to me. I want to overreact to big life changes. No, you're good. You're all good, brother. However, some of our mutual friends, the mutual friends, have all chimed in a lot. Yeah, they all got things to say, don't they? I would say the majority, I wouldn't say the majority, but a good amount for sure of them are on her side. Yeah, they're a bunch of selfish people. What do you want? Yeah, like it's your fault. She pulled the fact you're supposed to stay with her, and never have a kid after she got you under false pretenses that she wants to have a kid, and now doesn't want to have a kid because it's not convenient because she doesn't want to wake up early in the morning. I just don't like the woman off. I don't know. I don't know. You made the right decision. You are not the asshole. Her friends also suck. You're better off without them. Let them cull themselves out of your lives. Okay. Let her keep the duds, and you can keep the good people. Right. I threw my ex-girlfriend out like a piece of garbage. That's what they said. You did not. And I should have at least tried to grow comfortable with the idea of never being a father. Fuck them. That's why I'm an unlicensed therapist. Fuck them. No, you did the right decision. You made the decision quickly. And because it's such a violation of what you two were together supposedly as a couple. It was like someone took out one of the linchpins. Someone knocked out one of the pillars of the foundation of your relationship, and it was her. And so, yeah, get the hell out. Good for you. You're not the asshole. And her friends that don't like you, give you shit. You're better off without them. How about that? There we go. We're already done. Look at us. We're kicking ass, taking names. By the way, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, you can put them in the chat. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat. I'm trying to find something here. I can't seem to do it. I'm a little nervous about not doing this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. Why is it just, should I do it? Let's do it. Why not? By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, hit the like and subscribe button. I'm at 14,000 subscribers now. So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rumble. And speaking of Rumble, they can freeze your accounts, shut off your cards, lock you out of your own money overnight. That blows. And it happens all the time. Banks don't protect you. They control you. That's why real financial freedom starts with ownership. Introducing Rumble Wallet. Introducing a new set of lips for me. Introducing Rumble Wallet, a non-custodial wallet built for people who refuse to give up control. With Rumble Wallet, you don't just buy digital currency like Bitcoin and Tether. You can own Tether Gold, real gold, with or on the blockchain. Through Tether Gold, you get direct ownership of physical gold bars, each one fully allocated and verifiable by serial number, purity, and weight. This isn't paper gold. This isn't an IOU. This is real gold without bank vaults, storage fees, or gatekeepers. You can buy, sell, or move it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when traditional gold markets are closed. And if you want, Tether Gold can be redeemed for physical gold. That's power. And when you support creators on Rumble, you can tip them directly using the Rumble Wallet, peer-to-peer, and outside of the banking system. No permissions, no middlemen, no cancel button. This wallet is yours forever. So check it out. Take advantage of it. Rumble Wallet, it's right there. Click on it. You'll be glad you did. There you go. Thank you, Rumble Wallet. Thank you. Much obliged. There we go. Okay, what's going on with this thing? Oh, it's weird. Okay, let's get back to basics. Sorry, I apologize for clearing my throat. All right, here we go. Am I the asshole for next question? Let's see. And by the way, if you have questions, you can ask them. Go ahead anytime. Put it in the chat. Here we go. Am I the asshole for potentially ruining my brother and sister-in-law financially? Yeah, I would say so. Well, it's potentially. So you haven't done it yet. So I guess you're just a potential asshole. You're not an asshole yet, but you're pretty damn close. But let's see for potentially ruining my brother and sister-in-law financially. All right. Well, I'm interested. Let's see what you got to say here. My brother and sister-in-law recently had a child together. Hey, there you go. Which is awesome. But I also found out they actually don't pay rent to our mom. Oh, so they're living for free. Is your mom okay with the relationship? You sound like you might be the asshole here. Like, I want to live at home with mom too. Why can't I? You sound like you might be the asshole. They're staying in her old house, so it's not. They're not even intruding on her. Obviously, she has the financial means to handle this because it's her old house. She hasn't sold it or anything. She wanted to downsize and move back for better weather. Things have been tight for her. Okay, so I help her out. I thought they were paying rent, property taxes, and general upkeep of the house. Turns out they're not even paying rent. Apparently, they're also struggling. Okay. Well, it sounds like what you should have done, and maybe you did, is reach out to them and listen. Can you kick in anything? See what their actual financial situation is. They've got a kid. As long as they're not like doing drugs or actively fucking their own lives up, be the bigger man and help them out a little bit. Which I understand since they live in New York. Cost of living can be nutty. What got me was when my mom told me my sister-in-law made the choice not to go back to work. Well, she got a kid, right? How old's a kid? They have a child. It depends how old the kid is, really, how cool I am with that, which is confusing since she made more than my brother. She wants to stay home with the kid. That's what I figured. Fair, but on my brother's income, she cannot afford to pay rent or housing expenses. Well, guess what? She's not. So she can because she doesn't have to pay those things. So she gets to be a stay-at-home mom, which is probably what she'd much rather do than work. I get that. Maybe she's not aware of how dire your mom's circumstances are. Or maybe you just need to have a come to Jesus moment with them. Like, listen, we don't have the money to do it this way anymore. And if you guys will not kick in more, or I'm sorry, I know you want to stay home with the kid, but you may have to go back to work. If you're not willing to, the situation you're in may be gone because your mom's gonna have to sell the house to support herself. Now, I don't know how much money you're making, dude. You sound like kind of whiny. Mom wants to make me responsible for his finances. Okay, for her finances. She essentially does not want to worry about bills and stuff going forward, which I don't have a problem with. Okay, well, you do have a problem with your brother and your sister-in-law there. Just the expenses on her old house are adding up. Okay, so that's her issue. The old house expenses are adding up. So it doesn't sound like she's doing that bad, dude. You're making it out like she's a pauper. She finished the basement for them to give them more space. She also pays their car payment for. I mean, this is on your mom, man. I mean, I know you're becoming the executor, but you can't just pull the rug out all at once. You're gonna have to do it in pieces. But again, like you need to talk to your brother, dude. That's who you need to talk to. If I was not helping her, she would be homeless. Okay, all right. Now yeah. Well, you got to tell him. Just flat. Just tell him you're gonna have to sell the house. You just come up to him with two choices. Here's your two choices. One, I sell the house so mom can live the rest of her life and not be homeless, and I don't have to pay for everything. Or two, you start paying your fair share, and then you have to determine what that is. Those are your two options. Take one or the other. That seems like the way to do it, right? So here we go. So I did have a talk with my brother. It did not go well, but you got to have the talk. More or less, he told him things are going to change. Mom will not subsidize her lifestyle. Yeah, okay. They want to stay home with the kid, one of them. So I asked why he doesn't stay home, and she goes back to work. To put in perspective, she was a nurse and he is a teacher. So they both have jobs that are pretty easy to just pop up and get again. Like a nurse, you can always get a job as a nurse once you're a nurse, pretty much, unless you kill somebody. But even then, the hospitals just move you around, but that's a whole other show. Teacher, you can always get work doing that. But yeah, tell her to go back as a nurse. Yeah, go ahead. That's not a bad idea. Okay, he said she wants to be home. I said they can't afford it. He said, yes, they could. They can't. They can't afford it. I told him, no, they can't. The only reason making it work is mom's covering the expenses. And it's really douchey if they know that your mom is struggling to just let her struggle so they cannot. It's a douche move. So now you're growing on me. I don't think you're the asshole anymore in this situation. Time went on and nothing changed. So last month I told him starting April, I was going to cut back on stuff. I have to figure out what to go, car. Yeah, start that. See, you're listening to me. You don't do it all at once, but piecemeal. Guess what? I'm not making the car payment anymore. That's what we're starting with for this month. Okay. Oh, you can still handle that. Great. Now I'm not paying the property. Well, yeah, don't pay the property taxes or they'll take the house. Now I'm not paying the utilities. Now I'm not paying and keep growing it and growing it until they're like, oh crap. He's just every month he just cuts more crap. One of us needs to get a job again, or you need to get back to work. And if they don't want to do that, then just sell the damn house. And good luck. Good luck to you. Good luck. Mom will pay for a small 1-bedroom apartment. Anyway, my brother and sister-in-law are miffed. They feel I'm being petty and overzealous in how far I'm going, claiming I'm willing to make my niece homeless. Not my intent. No, but they got to, they're using their kid as just a pawn in all this. But they can't keep abusing my mom. Yeah, no, she's gonna be 68. Yeah, they're being assholes. They're being lazy assholes. Again, unlicensed therapist. They claim she wanted to do this. Yeah, well, you could always ask her. And I have somehow convinced her otherwise. Wait, they claim she always wanted to do this, and I somehow have convinced her otherwise. Okay. My mom is a chronic people pleaser, and they know that, and they take advantage of it. I know she would never tell them no because they know exactly how to get her to cave in. Yeah, so they're playing her. Yeah, that's enough. You got to protect your mom from her, her horrible second son. Yeah. That's just sad the way people treat their friggin' parents. Hey, Coco, good to see you. Thank you. Oh, no worries, Coco. Thank you again for tuning in to Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. It's the show everybody is talking about. I think, what was it, the last show? Not 2 shows ago. I think I had 244,000 views. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, it's very easy to do. Just hit the like and subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. You can tell your friends and family. Everyone's really going to be ecstatic. Good times. All right, let's keep rocking. What is this one? Want to do that one? No. No. I'm not liking any of these. That's all right. All right, let's go back to am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for refusing to cover for my coworker after she kept dumping her work on me? No, I'm not even going to go into this one. No, you're not. If you would be the asshole if you kept covering for her and taking the work on and saw nothing out of it. Once in a while, if it's a friend or something, yeah, you pick up the slack. They got to do this, got to that. Yeah, you scratch my back, I scratch your. I get it. But if they're just slopping work on you, they're just taking advantage of you because they think you're a simp. And I say, yeah, take a stand. Take a stand. Let me just read real quick, a little bit of it. Okay, so I'm lurking here, all right, for months, seeing all these posts over my Instagram. I finally made an account. Look at you. I generally don't know if I'm in the wrong here, and I need people to know to tell me. I think you know you're in the right. I'm 24, midsize office administration, stuff like that. There's this coworker, 20, sits near me. It's like someone cheating off you in like English class. I first joined. She was honestly really nice and welcoming. Yeah, because she needs someone to do all her work. She asked for small things like, can you check this email real quick? Help with formatting something. Help with formatting? That's a bad sign. I didn't mind at all because I was new. Yeah, she didn't know. You didn't know any better, and now that you know better, you're sick and tired of doing all her work and her getting probably a way better salary than you. Small things like check this real quick. I didn't mind because I wanted to go. But then slowly, it kind of shifted, like without me really noticing. Oh, she got you good. At first, she started giving me actual parts of her job, not just favors, like actual tasks that were hers. She'd say stuff like, I'm so swamped today. Can you just handle? Oh my gosh, she is playing you like such a simp. And I'm good for you for standing up for yourself finally. I kept saying yes because I felt bad, didn't want any awkwardness. That's what she was counting on. Since we sit literally next to each other, she was praying you would feel awkward. The thing is, it never stopped. She'd roll in late, take forever. Oh, she's a douche. Oh, she's a douche. People are just so inconsiderate of each other. Just so, yeah, good for you. Last week was a final straw. She asked me to complete this report, like a full report that's 100% her responsibility because she had plans after work. Oh my God. How long was she doing this to you? I just couldn't anymore. I told her nicely I wasn't able to help at this time, anytime. And then I was already behind on my own stuff. Yeah, you tell her the same thing. Tell her I got so much work I couldn't possibly. But yeah, maybe you could do it on your own since it's your job anyways. Or pay me your damn salary. Well, since I'm doing both our work. Or how much I've been covering for her. She got really quiet and said, I was being selfish. That's the best part is they play off what they are on you. You're being selfish. The most selfish person is this woman who's making this other woman do her job so she can go out on a date or something or have some fun or just because she feels like it. Okay. Oh, here we go. So, which okay, but it was never really each other. Okay. So then 2 days later, our manager called us both in because some of her tasks were delayed. Yeah, well, she did because she's not used to doing her work. But I even had a chance to say something. Oh, before you had a chance to say something, she jumped and told the manager that I had agreed to help her and then just didn't do it. No, you call her out right there. I hope you called her out right in front of the manager. Please tell me you did. Please tell me you did. I was honestly stunned. I just kind of said calmly, that wasn't true. Good for you. Good for you. And then I actually hadn't agreed. And also that let it all out. Let her know that you should probably be getting both of the salaries since you're doing both of their work already. After the meeting, she pulled me aside, said I embarrassed her, made her look incompetent. Good, this woman is a horrible woman. And I should have backed her up instead of throwing her under the bus. What a lunatic. What a narcissist. Reminds me of my ex. Now some coworkers are being weird around me. One of them actually told me I should have kept it. What is with the people, the enablers in the office, the friend circles who just expect you to be a chump, you know? Well, I don't get that. They seem like they're everywhere. They pop out every nook and cranny. It's like they somehow missed the wrongness of what this woman did to this other woman. But here's the thing. If I'd stayed quiet, I literally would be doing her job. Yeah, good for you. You're not the asshole. I'm glad you stood up. And again, when these whack-a-moles poke their heads out and show themselves to be the douchebags that they are, it's nice. It's a little enlightening for you. Like, oh, wow, this person's really just as bad a narcissist as this other one. So there you go. All right, not too bad. Let's get going here. Yeah, let me see. No, I don't want to do that one. Decisions. What should I do here? I know. What do we do? Let's see. I was trying. It's kind of like accidentally slipping into a Bane. Yes, I expected to die. Oh, that's actually Goldfinger, I think. All right, here we go. Am I the asshole? Let's back out of here and get into a different one here. All right. Am I the asshole? Oh, I can't. This is too. Like, what is an STBXH? Like, that's too much for me. That I'm not I don't know what that is. 2-letter, shortenings I'm okay with. STBXA. I don't know what that is. I can't. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling an 80+ lady? Probably, unless she's a real douche. If you saw this, you'd understand in response to the amount of kids I had. An 80+-year-old lady. All right, I'm going in. Let's see what the hell this is all about. Am I the asshole for telling an 80+ lady, if you saw his blank, you'd understand in response to the amount of kids I have? Yeah, you are. She's an 80-year-old woman. She doesn't need to hear that from you, you sassy whore. She doesn't need to hear that from you, you sassy whore. She's an 80+-year-old woman. She's barely alive. That one statement could have been enough to give her a heart attack and taken her out. Then I would think you might feel bad, but you probably wear it as a badge of honor. I took my kids and nephew shopping last week for new shoes. Okay. With a family that big, don't you just, re-hoof them like horses? Altogether, 8 children with me and my sister, who went off to do her own thing. We entered the store. This is because my nephews are unruly when she is around, but listen to me perfectly when she isn't. Okay. Well, that's a whole nother question or issue there. We went to Walmart. Well, you better. With 8 kids, you can't be going to Neiman Marcus. Needless markup. The kids and I went to the food section to pick out snacks for them for school. An older woman, I assume 80+, was walking by while all the kids were walking up and down the aisles to choose their snack. Conversation went along these lines. Her. All these children are yours. Yeah, like, first of all, what business? Again, you still shouldn't have said it to her, but yeah, what business is it of hers? I get that. No, man. 6 are my husband's, and the other 2 are my nephews. 6 kids. That's just too many. Okay, now you know what? I'm on your side. I was going to say you were the asshole, but when this 80-year-old lectures you about not having too many, who the fuck is she? Who is she to tell you how many kids to have? Everyone got to run how many kids are going to have by her? She got an internet website so we can all check in with her before we decide to procreate? Who's this fucking woman? Idiot. Anyway, so yeah, she says 6 kids. That's just too many. Oh my God. Yeah. You should get a TV in the bedroom. What the hell? Like, who's asking for all this unsolicited advice? Don't you know what causes that? Tisk. Oh yeah, no. You know what? You were on the right. Good for you. Stick it to that pompous old biddy. I just smiled and said, if you see my husband's dick, you'd understand. That's awesome. All right, I went from thinking you were awful to like I would have applauded. You'd be like, yeah, you get her. Lady, you were way out of line. She proceeded to clutch imaginary pearls and scuttle down the aisle huffing. Didn't see that one coming. All right, you're my new favorite. You're my hero. Not all heroes wear capes. You're one of them. Good for you. Now, you're not the asshole. She deserved it. When you first read things, you're like, oh, yeah, you got to be the ass. Some poor 80-year-old woman having to put up with that. But no, what a douche. What an absolute douche. Yeah, so good for you. Get her. Get the old biddy. She's probably still roaming the aisles of Walmart all brain fried. Am I the asshole for giving my mom 45? See, all these so far, I've been like, yes. And then I read them, I'm like, no, you know what? I think you weren't. That's why I'm unlicensed therapist, uncertified as well. Am I the asshole for giving my mom 45 days notice? Well, at least it wasn't 30. To move after living rent free for 3 years. Again, my immediate reaction is yes, but then you read about some of these mothers and they're just awful. Still, they're your mom. In the end, they're your mom. So you need some kind of alternative. You can't just throw her out in the street, I would hope. Give her some kind, at least give her a box or something to live in. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'm a little gun shy. I've been wrong so far on all my initial reactions. My gut's usually good, but so far tonight, it's been like I've struck out already. Am I the asshole for giving my mom 45 day notice? My instinct says yes, but let's see what I come up with. Notice to move after living rent free for 3 years. Okay. She is your mom. How long did you live rent free with her? Just saying. 18? All right. You still owe her 15. Yeah, I'm pretty good at math. Not really. I bought a second house for my mom to move into with her boyfriend. All right, so you got some money you're buying second houses for. Second house for my mom moving with her boyfriend. Is it the boyfriend you don't like? 100% bill free and mortgage free. Well, okay. So you've told them that it's a gift and you can live there mortgage and bill free. Very nice of you. The only agreement, here's the crux. Here's the crux. Was that she would take time to find herself and make a living for herself and spend time with her grandchildren. It's kind of a very big demand. It's kind of a big ask, isn't it? I mean, let her do it on her own. Like not everyone's. You expect her to. I don't like it. I don't like the demands you're placing on her. That's something that you can hope would happen, giving her that opportunity, but it's not something that you can really demand of her. It's not how it works. Anyway, so here you go. You are trying to. I don't know how to even put this. You're trying to make her. You're trying to force her into doing inner work, or you're going to throw her out on the street, which doesn't seem like a very shaman-like thing to do. You're gonna have to smudge that place. The only agreement was that she would take time to find herself. I do. And make a living for herself and spend time with her grandchildren. She's owned several businesses and had six-figure cash in the bank upon the move from selling her previous business. Okay, so she's been working her whole life. It's now been 3 years, and she spent all her money. Well, yeah, because she's living rent-free, and why not? You wanted her to find herself. Maybe finding herself is not working. Maybe it's not making going to a job. Maybe that's what she's been doing her whole life, starting businesses and creating revenue sources. And maybe to find herself is to just sit there and literally do nothing. You ever think of that? No. I'm gonna say it's the opposite of what she's been doing according to your description. Anyway. It's been 3 years. You want her to live your life. Let her live hers, you jerk. Anyway, let me keep reading though. So now it's been 3 years. She spent all her money. Has nothing to show her. She had a drinking problem on and off, and we've caught her lying about it several times. So how long has the drinking problem been? Her whole life, or just now? Probably her whole life. The majority of her friends she meets at the bar. Okay, so she's a bar fly. But again, it's just been her whole life. Recently, my wife and kids and myself experienced a house fire, total loss. We lost everything. Oh, that's unfortunate. Currently, we're living. So this is the issue here. It wasn't so much your mom not finding herself or doing what you demanded of her, but it was you lost your house and I got shit. That's the real issue here. Otherwise, you wouldn't have even probably written this thing. You wouldn't care. Currently, we're living in my pole barred. I don't know what that is. While we wait for insurance, which could take months, and the payout is less than what it will cost to build a new complete home. Yeah, so that's the real issue here. It's not that your mom hasn't found herself. It's she had a house fire. You got no place to live. It's been 3 years since my mom moved in. She made an attempt to see the kids a whopping 4 times. Again, if she's a bar flyer, an alcoholic, why do you even want her to see the kids? You are the asshole in this one. I think I was right on the first one. She's your mom. She's obviously old. She's not going to change. You need to accept that and stop trying to force her into change by holding out the money if she does it and taking it away if she doesn't. Especially since you're just in this situation where you're being real pissy because you don't have a fucking house anymore. I've been telling the rest of the family we don't let her see the kids. Just hold on a minute. To top it off, we recently found out she's been telling the rest of the family that we don't let her see the kids, despite knowing their schedule and knowing we have an open door policy. We shouldn't have to beg her to see them. You just stop trying to live her life, man. She is what she is. The few times she's seen them, she rushes us, shows up late, leaves early. She's obviously not comfortable. I don't think it's the kids that she's uncomfortable with. I think it's you and your wife and your questions for her. Recently, I learned the term low effort grandparent. She fits the bill exactly. I think you're a dick. Yeah, not only you asshole, I think you're a dick. I think the reason she doesn't want to spend, it's not that she doesn't want to spend time with her grandkids, it's that she doesn't want to spend time with you. My guess is when she's with your grandkids, you hover over her. You are all over her. And I don't think she appreciates it or likes it. And I don't blame her. A few times she's watched one or both. That's kind of funny. The few times she has watched them, she's only seen them 4 times. How has she watched them? Again, why do you want her to watch them if she's this incompetent? The few times she's watched them, one or both have been injured. Our 7-year-old got a second-degree burn on his hands because she didn't believe him that the water was too hot and forced his hands under. She's your mom. Like you don't know how she acts. I just don't have. I don't know. I'm finding myself, even though that's incredibly irresponsible on the mom's side. She didn't even apologize. She blamed the water. This is messing things up. Hyperfixated on my younger sister and her child. I thought she didn't visit them. She will drive across country. Oh, okay. To see her, but can't even remember to bring my son. Okay, well, there's the issue. The issue is not your kids. It's that she doesn't like you. She likes her daughter better because she probably treats her better, because she's not so demanding of her, because she accepts her as she is. This isn't an issue of your grandkids and her. This is an issue of she doesn't like you. Will she live at your place for free? Of course she will. Why wouldn't she? But she doesn't like you. And that's what you need to address. Why doesn't she like you? I don't like you, and I've never met you. But still, putting kids' hands under the water, that's just not nice. Anyway, she is not taking care of the house. Smells like dog urine, dirty. Yeah, like I said, she doesn't like you. And I've recently decided to give her 45-day notice to move. Yeah, you're an asshole. I felt like I owed my mom for all these years of not being such a great kid. So you were a dick too. That's why she doesn't like you. Now I feel like she's just taking advantage of the situation. We need to sell the second house. Here again, this is what the whole story's about. We need to sell the second house so that we can afford to build a new house. So that's really it. Like if your house didn't burn down, you wouldn't care if she was living in a pig trough, that you were paying for. But the problem is, your house is gone. So now you are like, okay, well, fuck her. How can I justify getting her out and getting rid of her? So you're throwing your mom out so you can build your other home and fuck your mom. That's a dick move and you're an asshole. How about that? There you go. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Look at this dick. Look at this dick at the end. Am I the asshole for giving her 45 days notice? 15 more than required by law. Yes, you're the asshole. Oh my God, you're so, and you put an exclamation point on you being an asshole by putting in that I gave her 15 more days than legally required. Oh yeah, she bore me and put up with me. I was a terrible kid. What a jerk. What a fucking jerk. I'm your Huckleberry. There you go. No, I think it's real. I don't think it's made up. I don't think. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know. It's all right. It's all right, Fog. This show, the cool thing about this show too, is because it's a late show, and this is a great turnout, by the way. Thank you, everybody. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It gets good hits on the re-air as well because people watch it in the morning. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty nuts though. Pretty nuts. And I was actually right on that guy. He is the asshole. Oh, shapewear on a date. Yes, you are the asshole. Oh, here's one I can appreciate. Am I the asshole for wearing shapewear on a date? I would say yes. I don't know that you're an asshole, but you're a liar. You're a liar. You're lying. Some people lie about what they do for a living. You're trying to present your best self. So you lie about your debt load. You lie about what you do for a living. You lie whether or not you're married in some situations if you're a real douche. But shapewear is just as big a lie as all that other stuff because you are lying about what you look like. It's like using a Photoshop picture and you come in and you don't look like the picture. Well, guess what? Whenever the clothes come off, I mean, what degree of shape, how much shaping are we doing? How much body sculpting are we doing? We got a girdle on and then they undo the dress and it's like, and you're like, what the hell? The hell? Yeah, I think you got to either, if you want to look a certain way, then diet and exercise to look that way. These days, there's even Ozempic or whatever, Ozempic, right? You don't have to do shit. You're going to gain it all back as soon as you're done. There's probably long-term bad consequences and side effects, but whatever. But yeah, you need to be up front with your front end and your back end. I'm 29, lost about 75 pounds in the last 10 months. I have about 20-ish pounds. You lost 75 pounds in 10 months. That's great. That's really good. Just, lose the other 20. I still have about 20 pounds until I meet my goal, but I feel much more confident and better in my body. All right, well, that's good. Still, I have some excess skin around my stomach and the inside of my thighs. My trainer says I will continue strength training to reduce it significantly. Yeah, I would get surgery. If you're really sincere about your weight loss and your diet and exercise program, I would absolutely get surgery. Why not? You've earned it. There you go. uh, okay, so soccer thinks it's a scam artist, and his mom drinks because I don't know. You might be right. Like, where did the guy get the money? You bring up another good point, Soccer, about our previous story. Like, how did she? Maybe she's ashamed of him. I mean, he said he was an asshole, and he's treating his mom like, I gave her 15 days more than legally required by law. I'm a great son. What a dick. But yeah, how does he earn his money? Is he corrupt? Is he a fraudster? Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of moving parts in that story. There you go. Oh, here we go. Coco's helped me out. A pole barn is a large barn made of poles embedded in the ground. It can be used as a work. Okay, so in rural areas. All right. Yeah, maybe he's got a meth lab. Maybe he's a Mr. Breaking Bad of whatever area he's living in. Yeah. So I don't like him, Coco. I don't like that guy. I think his mom doesn't like him. That's why she purposely doesn't want to be around his kids, and maybe that's why she fucking burning their hands in hot water. This past weekend, I felt like I was ready to try, and after a date, we got back to his place. He undressed, all right, and he's been athletic his whole life, so his body is perfect. I took the plunge and started removing my clothes. He was surprised that I was wearing shapewear and asked if it was a corset. Yeah, I mean, the guy, he feels like, he's been lied to a little bit. I couldn't tell if he was joking. He was, but he wasn't. But I kept undressing, so I was exposed, loose skin and all. His face fell. He looked disgusted and disappointed. Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate, but like in his head, because you presented this false image of yourself physically, he's expecting when you take off the dress that you are going to look the way he's expecting, like, somewhat close to that. So when you don't, and you like, you got all this, I guess probably the loose skin and this, that's going to happen. That's why I think you should get the surgery, especially if you're committed to maintaining your weight and exercise and a healthier lifestyle. Yeah, get the surgery, get the loose skin cut off, and don't wear shapewear. Don't wear a corset, because like, or you got to go through this ordeal where you lied, you're wearing shapewear, whatever. It'd be like me if I had a girl. I mean, I got a bit of a gut. But so let's say I had a girl, but I had a really big gut. And some chick's like, oh, he's hot. And then I know when we get to undressing and I know the moment is going to come when she's like, oh, fuck. Because you've been lying to him, So, I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, but there you go. So if you want to avoid that moment of self-disgust, which is going to happen, I don't see any scenario where that doesn't happen. And maybe they're an amazing actor and they think like, oh, great, but I mean, come on. But yeah, we'll continue on with this one. Immediately, okay. So I think he realized how his reaction looked. Yeah, it was, it just happened. You're like, what the fuck? There's that moment where you're not concealing your emotions. The mask drops, just very much like the mask over your weight did, because he immediately started apologizing, explaining that he was just surprised that I was wearing anything like that. Yeah, but it really struck my self-confidence. Well, don't do it anymore. I felt disgusted, self-conscious. It was like I was flung back into my heavier days where a guy would ghost me once he saw a photo of me, completely turned off. Okay. But I could tell he was also annoyed that I didn't want to have sex anymore. Oh, you didn't want to have sex anymore? Yeah, I mean, the whole thing's a disaster. The whole thing's a disaster. Like, and you can't blame the guy. Don't blame the guy for that. That's an honest reaction. It's a reaction anyone would have to any person who you expect to see one thing and then they got a wiener. I mean, that's an extreme, but you know what I'm saying. Like a woman, you're like, hey, what's that doing down there? I talked with my friends about it. Some think he was rude. He wasn't rude. He just gave you an honest reaction, and then he apologized. How do I know he wasn't rude? Because he apologized after. He's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm just let me get my actor face on here and pretend this is all great. No, he's just giving a genuine response. So no, I don't feel like I was deceiving him or anything. You were absolutely deceiving him. But I don't know that he's used to dating more athletic. No, you're in a little bit of denial. You're not an asshole, but you're definitely in denial. You lied to him. You got caught. You deceived him. You did deceive him. So let's not play that game where you're like, well, I didn't do anything. No, stop it. Stop it. If you work spandex English, yeah, exactly. That's another one. Yeah, if I had like a cucumber in my pants, and I had tight fitting pants, and this big old cucumber in there, and then some chicks like, and then so we get home, and then I undo my pants, and then there's a cucumber, and she's gonna be like, just get out, or she's gonna go, leave the cucumber, you get out. What's up, Zen? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, it is. It's total false advertising. That's on her. You're 100% right, Soccer. Absolutely. And this is just going to happen every single time she tries to pull this shit. So she needs to have a come to Jesus moment, or a come to jelly donut moment, or whatever you want to call it. But she needs to own it, which she hasn't yet. And trust me, get the surgery. I think it's a good idea. And what else can we do? What else can we do for this woman? Yeah. All right. Well, that one, no. 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 Trying to see. No. Done an ad in a bit. I was going to do an ad, but I'm a junk. Yeah, it definitely false advertising. Okay, let's go back here. Which ad should I do? I don't know which ad I should do. I'm tempted to do this one, but I already did one like this. All right, I can't do that one. Maybe I'll do this one. No, which one? I'm sorry, buddy. My bad. I'm just Rumble Premium. No. Which one you could pick? Which ad should I do? Should I do 1775? Should I do another Rumble Wallet? Should I do the Kids Guide? I'm gonna do the Kids Guide. I'm trying to find. I have a lot of sponsors now, and it's kind of hard to kind of decide which one to do. Which one should I do? Which sponsor? Woo woo. Maybe do another Rumble Wallet. I love Rumble Wallet. Do a Rumble Wallet. I haven't done this one. Maybe I'll try this one. This one could be okay. Let's try this one. Drive Growth HQ, new sponsor. Let me do a new sponsor. I haven't done them ever. AI is coming for your job. That may sound extreme, but it is. It does not sound extreme. But the CEOs and scientists building artificial intelligence are warning that AI will transform and replace large parts of today's workforce faster than most people are prepared for. If you want to understand what's happening and how to prepare, visit drivegrowthhq.com and see what AI leaders say is coming next. Delivered free by email. So, yeah, save the trees even. That's drivegrowthhq.com. A free analysis from Drive Growth HQ examines what AI researchers, economists, and CEOs are saying about the future work and growing risk of labor disruption. This report explains how AI is already reshaping industries, why experts and CEOs of major companies believe job displacement will accelerate in the coming months, and what individuals and businesses should do to understand and do right now. You can read the full report free at drivegrowthhq.com because your job may be next. The real question isn't whether AI will change work. It's whether you'll be prepared when it does. And it absolutely will change work. It's already doing it, and it will continue to do so. I don't think there's any question about that. All right, let's get back to, are you the asshole? Or am I the asshole? Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for calling out house guests who didn't ask to stay? Nah, I think you like, why do they feel okay to stay? House guests. Like, I think you're just wishy-washy. I don't think you're the asshole for doing it, but I feel like, why did they feel like it was okay? Am I the asshole for blocking my older sister on my boyfriend's TikTok account? So you have concerns about your older sister taking your boyfriend? Let's delve into this. My sister is 22. She's your older sister. Okay. And we've never really been close. Okay. She can be overbearing and noisy. All right. And even though she hasn't, and who's like TikTok? Is that like okay. It's not like Instagram. Done anything directly to me lately. I've always felt like she crosses boundaries without realizing it. Sometimes it feels like I have to say, I likes to have a say in everything I do. Okay, which can be really frustrating. I usually just ignore it, but when it comes to my personal life and relationships, I want to make sure I at least have some control over the family I have that he interacts with. So you don't want him anywhere near your sister. Maybe not so much as you're worried she's going to steal him, although maybe you are, but that she's just a douche, and it will reflect poorly on you and his desire to be with you. I didn't think this would be a big deal, but I guess it touched a nerve. My boyfriend is 17. We've been together for a little while. He's really sweet and respectful. Okay. And I try to make sure our relationship feels safe and comfortable for all this. He's kind of sounds like a little bit of a pussy. And because we're younger, I'm extra protective about the space we share online. You sound like his mother more than his girlfriend, and how members of my family interact with him. You are very controlling. Just want to put that out there. Unrelated to your sister. And I want him to be able to enjoy his, you sound like his mother, social media without feeling watched or judged by my family. Overall, I want him to have a normal experience. I want him to grow up a normal kid. He's your boyfriend online without unnecessary stress of managing me and my older sister. That being said, a couple of days ago, I decided to block my sister on his TikTok without telling anyone it was done or until it was done. My mom found out. How did she find out? Your mom on TikTok? And got really mad at me saying I overreacted, that it wasn't fair to my sister because she's too old to give a damn. All right. I didn't think it was a problem. I mean, your mom sounds like she's team your sister, but you sound very controlling, and your mom's probably just like, oh, that one at least lets me do my shit. Careful, you're going to wind up being that guy who throws his mom out, but gives an extra 15 days of legally required notice. I think you're going in that direction. But now I'm wondering if I should have handled it differently, or at least ask my sister to stay off my boyfriend's TikTok. Yeah, that's what you should have done. My boyfriend doesn't mind either way. No, he's a doormat. He knows why I am the way I am with my sister, and he respects and keeps her blocked. And I feed him his green baby food every night at 7. But while I feel it could have been handled differently, I still feel like I was trying to protect our personal space and stop the drive by the asshole. You are not the asshole, but you are insanely controlling. Okay, and now she got more. I blocked my 22-year-old sister to protect my personal space and privacy. My mom got mad, but my boyfriend's fine with it. Okay. Update. Here it is. I think I need to make it clear that my boyfriend was the one who told me I could block her. Well, I guarantee you probably asked, can I block? He goes, yeah, you can block. He told me. I was the first person to see her look at his profile. And when I told him who it was, he told me I could, in fact, block her. He knows I blocked her because he was right next to me watching. Yeah, okay. Again, you are insanely controlling, and your boyfriend is a perfect stooge for you because he seems to want a mother and not a girlfriend. Maybe you'll be happy together, but it's definitely it's not a great relationship. There you go. It's very dysfunctional already. That's right. Well, thank you. Yeah, please do sign up. Okay, Coco. All right. All right. So let's get back to am I the asshole? I do that a lot. I try to do one thing and I hit the wrong button, but I'm getting better at getting back on. So there you go. All right. Am I the asshole for forcing my girlfriend? Yeah, you are. You're forcing. What are you forcing her? When you're forcing people, you're like, I think automatically the asshole, unless it's like medical treatment. And even then, if they want to die, whatever. Am I the asshole for forcing my girlfriend to eat stale snacks or go buy fresh ones herself? Yeah, I'd say you are the asshole. You're supposed to treat a woman like a queen, like she matters to you. You want her to eat fucking just stale old shit you found on the ground? I don't know if that's what we're dealing with here, but yeah, I think you're definitely the asshole. My girlfriend Janice lives with me on my acreage. All right, here we go. Just outside on my acreage. Where the fuck do you live? The closest convenience store is about a 15-minute drive. Why don't you take the tractor, the big red tractor down there? And the closest grocery store is about a half hour away. All right. Janice, 27, is employed as a teacher. I bet she's not even changing her name. I bet this guy seems like a guy. Why don't you put her last name in too, and her medical records? She also has a university education. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but all right. What kind of university? Podunk U. I'm just stating this so it's clear. She is a functioning adult. What did you think we were going to think? She's like a retarded person, like she's special needs, like she's a dependent adult. Like she weren't walking around in a diaper. Oh my God, this guy's got some issues. Janice, run, Janice, please. Janice cannot understand what? Janice cannot understand food. Not all food. What? You just said she's a functioning adult. Like, what the hell is going on here? Like, if we get takeout, she understands that it needs to go in the fridge if we don't finish it. She sounds like she's got some developmental disability. If she doesn't know to put food that you just got and ate, like takeout, in the fridge, that you could just leave it out. Like, what the hell's going on? What is your definition of a functioning adult? but she can't understand why I put it in Tupperware instead of containers from the restaurant. All right, well, that's, she maybe, I get it. The Tupperware is nicer, but if you're going to eat it right away, I always just leave it in the friggin' restaurant container, throw it in a plastic bag, and they eat it the next day for lunch. She understands that bread needs to go. Like, she sounds like she is special needs and you took advantage of her. Uh, like, what the hell? She's 27. You're talking about her like she's got Down syndrome, or she's just like, uh, got a head injury or something. She understands that bread needs to go back in the plastic bag, but not why the bag should be closed afterwards. Like, what, isn't that like pretty simple explanation? Like, you don't explain this to her and she gets it. Holy crap, man. Anyway, most annoyingly, she cannot grasp why nachos and potato chips go stale if you leave the bag open. Like, all you need to do is close the top of the bag. Yeah. Do you tell her any of this? You shouldn't have to. I really think you need to call social services, because you're not doing a very good job caring for your dependent adult. She leaves the bag open to the atmosphere and wonders why they've gone stale. All right. I don't think she should be driving, first of all, herself, based on what the information we have on her. Oh my God. Well, she's a teacher? That's a curveball. She doesn't know to put food in the refrigerator or close up chips or anything. She's a teacher. Holy shit! What does she teach? The culinary arts in Kentucky. how to shoot a raccoon and then fricassee it. With her being a teacher, man, oh man, I did an experiment with her. I bought her. Oh my God, you two are a clown show. You guys should really have your own friggin'. If you're remotely attractive, you should have your own TV show, like a Bravo show, where she's like Jessica Simpson, Nick Lachey, basically, is what you got here. Don't be Jessica, and then you, Nick Lachey. And I don't think you're gonna know Nick Lachey. Don't get me wrong, but that's kind of what that's how I try and pitch this. I forgot the name of that show. Stupid Jessica, was that the name of that show? So I no longer okay. They're being a teacher. I bought and opened 2 bags of chips. You did a science experiment. What do you do for a living, sir? Besides take care of this dependent adult. One left open to the atmosphere. Stop saying atmosphere. It's like you're trying to I'm smart. See, I know the word atmosphere. And the other folded under. Like I said, you don't have to put the like I said, dude. 2 days later, I had her try both bags. I swear to God, she couldn't understand why the store would sell chips that were almost stale. Like, she couldn't understand why it happened. So I no longer stock up on chips when I go grocery shopping. I buy just enough for the needs for the week. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you got no choice. A woman can't seem to close a bag of chips. Usually I buy a bunch and they're on sale. So we have some to snack on. Now she leaves the bag open and the chips go stale. She has to drive and get more. I don't think she should be driving. I don't think she should be teaching. And I think you're taking advantage of a woman you shouldn't be. She's even started buying her own chips. Yeah, because she fucking wants chips. You won't get them for her. Am I being the asshole for forcing her to eat stale chips? She had people over last weekend. She put chips out, her multiple open bags, but they mostly stayed uneaten. I wondered why. She thinks I'm an asshole for not stocking fresh bags. She's probably cheating on you, dude, at this point. For not stocking fresh bags of chips for her to waste. Am I being the asshole for not catering to her wastefulness? You got to teach her how freshness works. Or here's another choice. Just do it for her. If she's that she's that far gone, dude. First of all, I can't believe she's a teacher. I can't believe she can drive. I can't believe she's even. And you said she's a functioning adult, which I find a little suspect. But I would just, you're gonna have to be her caregiver. That's what you are. You married a retarded woman. I shouldn't say that, but it's the way you're describing her. You are her caregiver and her husband. So yeah, you're gonna need to close the bags for her. After she eats, you're gonna need to put things away. It doesn't take that much longer. I don't know what you do for her. I would maybe test her, and see if she is in fact retarded, because she sure sounds like it. Yeah. Your husband, what did he do? He leaves the bread and the chips open all the damn time. Oh no, your husband does it too. But that's just, that's like sloppiness. I do that too sometimes. I think that's usually more of a guy thing. But I mean, I get it. Like, the thing that bothers me about this woman is that, the guy bothers me more than her. But the thing that concerns me about this woman is that she doesn't understand why they go stale. Like if I leave chips out and I don't, cinch them up or put a clip on them or something like that, and they go stale, I'm like, oh fuck, I left them in the open air and in the atmosphere because I'm smart. See, I left them in the open air, so they went stale. It's not like a mystery, science theater thing. It's not I'm like, oh my god, eureka, I get it, but she doesn't get it. So that's the real concerning part there. That's what's messed up there, among other things. Yeah, I think he's taking advantage of her. What do you think? You think? I think he is. Is she 7? Yeah, Soccer, you're right. Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, she sound honestly 7 years old. You're not far off, Soccer. I think that sounds like the age where you wouldn't figure that out. Where I could tell you that the air's making them stale, and you still somehow it's not connecting. The wires are not syncing up. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that too. I think both their cooters stink. I'll be honest with you. Anyway, yeah, they're living on acreage with a lot of atmosphere. That's my favorite part of It's a Wonderful Life. Or not one, but one. When they go in and they go in, was it Sal's bar? Whoever's bartending, he's like, "Listen, and we don't need a lot of characters here for atmosphere." I forget the bartender's name in that, but he's all mad at the Angel Clarence and Jimmy Stewart. Oh, listen, I mean, what's the matter with you? Why are you giving him such a hard time? I don't understand it. All right, here we go. Let's get back to Am I the Asshole? We've got about a 50-50 split tonight with the assholes and the non-assholes. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. That's important. There's important things in life, and that's one of them. Hit the like and subscribe button. There you go. All right, let's see what's doing here. Anything? Yeah, maybe. All right, here we go. Am I the asshole? Let me see. Well, let me go back here. Oh shit, I went too far. Too far, I tells you. Let's see. Well, you saw I went too far. You were sharing. Am I the asshole for telling my dad I'm not doing anything to save his marriage? This is so weird. But why is his marriage your responsibility? I'm assuming that this is not your mother. I'm assuming that this is your stepmother or your mom passed and he remarried. But I'm assuming this is stepmom. My dad's because it's just so callous. I had to assume wasn't your actual mom. Although maybe you could, again, be like that other guy. I gave her 15 more days than required by law. My dad and stepmom's marriage is bad right now, and they blame me, right? Well, I don't know why, but let's find out. Would you sleep with the stepmom? And the fact that I don't give my stepmom the relationship she wants. Okay, it's not your fault. You can't, it's not on you. You can only give her what you want to give her. And for them to force you to love her or this or that, that's nonsense. You're the most mature person in this whole scenario, the 16-year-old in this. In her eyes, I'm 16-year-old, her daughter. Nobody can tell her different, even me. Her feelings have always been hurt that I don't see her as my mom. It's because she's forcing herself on you. She don't get it. It wouldn't hurt, though, to go to family therapy. I'll tell you that right now. And I don't like her insistence on calling me her daughter. Yeah, I get that. She's been married to my dad for 10 years and with him for 11. My mom died, that's unfortunate, when I was 2. So I don't remember her, but I grew up close with my aunt and my cousins from my mom. And she's still my mom. Yeah, I mean, you have to respect that. We don't have to, obviously the stepmom doesn't, but if she wants a relationship with you, if she would respect that you feel that way about your mother, that she will always be your mother, then she needs to be okay with that. And if she's okay with that, then you can develop a relationship. But with her forcing, I'm the mom, that's it's not going to happen. You're not the asshole. I don't really think I need to read much more of this to give you that. My stepmom hates that my aunt didn't let talk of my mom wait until I was an adult. Oh, so she could lie to you and pretend to be your mom? Pretend to be mommy? She's very narcissistic, this stepmom here is. I could attach her in that way. My dad didn't care as much when I was younger. Yeah, he's a dad. But then when I got older and didn't willingly do the stuff they wanted, this is your stepmom in his ear every night before bed. Hey, why did you? Then she did this. And why did she do that? I never made her anything for Mother's Day. Okay. I didn't give her something for Step Family Day. What the fuck is Step Family Day? It's another made-up Hallmark holiday, like Sweetness Day. Just a way to peddle more greeting cards. Step Family Day. The fuck is that shit? Which my school had us make stuff for if we were in a step family. That seems a little ostracizing also. What the hell's school? Hey, everybody, you got a step family? You got a Step Family Day. What do you just You just like the projector was broken that day. What's something stupid we could have the kids do instead of teaching them something? Hey, let's make them make cards for Step Family Day. Yeah. A lot of hillbillies sending shit in. Trust me, this is a hillbilly community. If you got Step Family Day. Yeah. My dad used to put his name on cards and gifts for Mother's Day. But when I was old enough for them, he wanted me to write my name. I said no. Well, yeah, because you're being forced into it, and that's the issue here. Is she's forcing you, and now you're at loggerheads, and you're never gonna go for it. She has to just give you your space and earn it and earn a spot in your life, which she's not willing to do. She wants it commanded and your father to force you, and it's just not going to happen. You're not the asshole in this. Your stepmom's a bit of a narcissist, and your dad won't stand up to for you, which he should, but he's got to deal with your stepmom, which is probably no picnic. My stepmom would tell me she felt it was disrespectful for me to treat her like a stepmom. Oh, this woman's brutal. When she was raising me, I shrugged and didn't change how I treated her. My dad would step in and tell. My dad would step in, and I'd tell him she was my stepmom, and they couldn't change that. And you can't change that. No, no, man. All right. And now, when my stepmom and half siblings, so I got half siblings too, spent all summer in Canada. Aren't the Canadians supposed to be nice? With her family when I was 12, I said I wanted to stay home or with my aunt, and she went without me, but she said, but she was sad, and my dad was mad as hell. All right. Well, I we don't need to read more. This is a train wreck scenario. You're at loggerheads. It's not going to change. You're not the asshole. This woman is just obsessed, narcissistically obsessed with you. Like, here's the thing: even if you came out and you said, "Okay, fine, you win. Thank you for everything, stepmom," it still wouldn't make her happy. She would want you to do whatever the next uh, next evolution would be. Call her mommy dear. She's like kind of like a Norma Desmond, if you will, or would be. So don't give her an inch unless she earns it, unless she backs up, but she won't because she's a friggin' narcissist. She's a narcissist, right? Play Plumfree. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I know she has to be a mom. Be a mom. Stepmom is too hard, but she wants her as her daughter. There's something beautiful. Yeah, I mean that's nice that she wants her as a daughter, but you can't force it. And there's and if she really wants her as a daughter, then she needs to respect her. It's like, come on, you're a daughter and I'm a dad. We're half her friends around there, and I love it. Yeah, listen, I got two stepsons now. They don't call me dad. I don't think they'll ever call me dad. It would be weird for them to call me dad. They have a biological dad. Um, you know, but I treat them like they're my sons, and they treat me very well. But I don't demand anything of them. Whatever they want is what they're going to give. That's fine. And we have a great relationship because of that. I'm not like, you gotta call me dad. Call me dad. Love me. It just doesn't work that way. Yeah, dad probably. You know what? Probably right, soccer. That's why the dad's got to. You know what? You're in this whole relationship between the mom. You're right about this, soccer. Between the dad, the stepmom, and the daughter. The most miserable person in the whole scenario is the dad, because the dad has to get. It's a triangle. See, look at me. I'm using actual psychology terms here tonight. Look at me. I'm unlicensed, but I know a triangle when I see it. Bohemian, if you will. And so, you've got the dad is kind of the shutoff valve. He's kind of like he gets all the animus from the stepmom, all the animus from the daughter. Now he sides more with the stepmom because he has to, probably because of the prenup, like you said. But he's got to be miserable because she's giving him shit, and then the stepmom's giving him shit, and so he's like giving her shit. But I think in his heart he knows that the stepmom's a douche. What are you gonna do? I mean, you can't demand it. Is all I'm saying. Can't demand it. There's ways to be a dad. Her friends call me dad. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I like it, but you can't force it. You can't. It has to happen of its own accord. If you force it, it's not real. You know what I mean? If you force it, it's not real. If I get someone to call me dad, but I know it's against their will, and you always know, what have I accomplished? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Chihuahua. All right, let's get back to am I the asshole? But no, I don't think she's the asshole. I think that she can't probably wait until she turns 18 to get the hell out of that crazy house, out of that nut house she finds herself in now. Here we go. Let's see which one I want to read. I just did a daughter one. Maybe I don't do this one. Am I the asshole because I don't want to punish my daughter for this incident at school? Might just be a pussy. Let's see. English second language. All right. My husband and I were, I just put it through the AI bot. My husband and I were asked to speak with a teacher. Before this happened, our daughter's 16. Indeed, been quieter and more nervous asking questions. Should have raised some suspicion, so we weren't entirely surprised. All right. Turned out another teacher had caught our daughter and her friends in the bathroom looking through comics with erotic content. How old is she? 16. That's pretty light. What the fuck? Yeah, you're definitely from another country because they're looking through comics for erotic content. They're not just on their phones like every other kid with all the different porn sites and everything. Yeah, definitely. Definitely another country. Be happier in another country. They all they get's comic book porn. Little pictures with little wieners on it. You're not getting the full telephone view, or home computer, or PC. Anyway, so the teacher caught him looking at the dirty doodles of Wangs. I added that in. The teacher took them away and reported the matter to the class teacher. So this other teacher told the other teacher, right? Okay. He called us, wanted to have a conversation, and also return the comics. Well, that was nice of them. Were they the dads? I remember I was the hit of third grade when I brought in some National Geographics, and I told everybody, told all the guys, I'm like, hey, go to page 68, just naked boobs. So they would go there and just be these African women, like Aboriginal women, but there were boobs. You take what you can get in third grade. We didn't have internet, Wi-Fi. I gave everyone the heads up on it. Anyway, I think that's still the National Geographic's nudity, still step up over a comic book nudity. The conclusion was our daughter should not bring such things to school. Nah, she probably shouldn't. And definitely shouldn't be looking through them in a public bathroom. Where else is she going to look at them? In class? In your car? She got to find some place to go to look at. The best place for her to look at them from a strategy standpoint is a public restroom, although she did get caught. Spent too much time looking at them is what it was. Which of course I agree with. I'm telling you, that's where's she gonna watch? Look at him in her bedroom? I don't know. Anyway, when we got home, our daughter was completely embarrassed and apologized. Okay, yeah, that seems fair. Kids are being kids. I don't think it's such a horrible thing what she did. Eventually, we had a short conversation. I did most of the talking. I told her I don't mind what she reads, but I wanted to remind her that fiction is fiction, and and if something bothers her, she should come to us above all. School bathrooms are not a good place. So yeah, make her a little porn booth, in your home. You can look at stuff. If she has to, these parents sound like they're right. If she has to exchange things like that with her friends, at least do it at home. I'm a cool mom. You can look at cartoon porn in my kitchen. Yeah. Our daughter went to her room, and that's where the problem started. Uh-oh. My husband asked if I really intended to leave it at that. He seemed genuinely disappointed. Now, I think you did the right thing. Your husband way out of line, but it could be cultural. Again, look at me, huh? Unlicensed therapist, which was quite confusing. Okay, I asked him what he meant. He said we should punish our daughter. Punish in what way? If it's like maybe it's like the smoking the cigarettes where they force you to smoke a whole pack, she has to look at more porn. Is that the punishment that we're going to have for her? There you go. Let's see. Soccer says in the U.S. the teachers will have your wanker chopped. You got to be English soccer and soccer. Yeah, makes sense. Off the parents didn't know. I think that's California school system actually. Anyway, so here's this draconian father. The mom actually was spot on. The punishment fit the crime. It was very minor, really. She's 16. The mom handled it perfectly, and in comes fucking dad messing it all up. So let's see how he messes it up. What kind of crazy punishment he gives her. Anyway, he started saying that we should take away her internet access. Again, I don't know why she's looking at cartoony porn when she got internet. And forbid her from meeting her friends for at least a month. No. She does it again, yeah. That's maybe the second round of punishment. I asked what exactly the punishment was for. He said our daughter had caused problems. Not really. I replied, yes, she had. As a punishment. She felt embarrassed. Yeah, And she had to listen to her parents talk about it. Puberty and erotic comics. That's enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. My husband and I disagreed, spent the rest of the day suggesting further punishment. He's just like excited to punish her. Like, hey, what else can I punish? How else can I punish her? Oh, I can't wait to punish her. My husband, however, disagreed, spent the rest of the day suggesting further punishments for our daughter. At one point, he suggested to sign up for volunteer. What is he? He's a fucking lunatic, your husband. This is the best thing that could ever happen because you can see what a nut job your husband is. Oh, my God. He's a psycho. Or at least take away our allowance. I refused these things. My husband said I was spoiling our daughter. You're not. Am I the asshole for not letting him fulfill his role as a parent? You should just get a job at a jail, your husband, so he can just, inflict punishment on people. That seems to be his fun thing, his fun little hobby. We have a son. My husband said he was equally awkward and nervous around him because of this. We went to therapy, good, because he talked a lot about his own experiences in childhood. So this is your husband. He was much better relationship with our son now. Okay, well, that's good. So he's trying. Your husband's trying, but he needs to try harder. No, you're not the asshole. Your punishment fit the crime. If it continues, if it gets worse, then okay, then maybe some of your husband's more draconian, severe punishments would actually make some sense. They would actually be of service to your child, and that's just a hindrance to them. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's just see. What shall we do here? That one, or that one? That one, that one. No. No. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this one. Let's see if we can. If I can do this one. Nope. Yes, this is it. I love Rumble, so let's do a Rumble ad because I do love me some Rumble, folks. Here's a little scoop that many creators are talking about behind the scenes. It's actually one of the reasons I'm using Rumble. They made a way to super chat creators so we get paid, and this is 100% true, and I love it. Immediately and without any fees. YouTube and Twitch take up to 50% fees when you tip creators. This method takes none. That's right. This platform takes zero fees. I keep 100% of what you send me. You can super chat with Bitcoin, Tether, US dollars, or even Tether Gold stable coins. The tip will show up directly on the Rumble chat, which I'll do my best to read, and I will. And all you need to do is download the Rumble wallet on the App Store and send the tips to your favorite creator, hopefully me. You can go to wallet.rumble.com, or you can download the app directly from the app stores. Seriously, what an amazing way to get rid of the middleman and help the creator economy. That's me. Shout out to Rumble for making this disruptive technology. Shout out to Rumble just in general. That's wallet.rumble.com. Hit it up. Try it out. You'll love it. I do love me some Rumble. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit it. Okay? Thank you. Soccer says he forces her to watch porn. True, Mom was right. Well, that's like the thing. Like, I'll tell you, what was that? That's like the thing. Oh, you got to smoke I caught you smoking a cigarette. That's like, the old-timey way. Hey, you got to smoke a pack of cigarettes. Or no, a whole carton. That was what they would make you do. So instead of watching, a little bit of porn, you got to watch the whole porn, all the acting or attempts at acting, outtakes, bloopers, the whole thing. You'll be sick of it. All right. Plumtree says they paint my nails and make me do the silliest shit. Who's painting your nails? I have cows and I have to show them. Cow tipping doesn't work. Okay. Well, I've never tried cow tipping. I feel guilty. Yeah, maybe probably shouldn't. My brother-in-law, my sister's husband, obviously. They did this funny thing. They live on a farm. They live on an actual farm, and they have cows that they use for meat. So they grow them, and then they butcher them when they feel like it, I guess. And so when kids were growing up, two of the cows, they named them Steak. One of them they called Steak, and the other one they called Burger, just so the kids wouldn't get attached. It's like, listen, this is Steak, this is Burger. You need to not be. Oh, look, here we go. Let's dump this chub right here. Goodbye. Get your nonsense out of there, Miggy D or whatever the hell your name is. Cool Dad. I'm a cool dad. That's right. You got to work your ass off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Amy Poehler's Cool Mom and let me tell you a story real quick. They grow up. They raised a cow. Thank you, Soccer. Yeah, see, I'm not a farmer. I don't know. But like the Amy Poehler did the Cool Mom. I think I forget the movie, but it was very funny. She's Mean Girls. Yeah, but there was this kid. I was doing a show at the UCB in Hollywood, and he's a funny kid. He was a young guy. And he goes, his whole bit was, it was a sketch show, and I was on right after him. I was doing some Sean Connery trapped inside Sophia Loren's private parts. It was a weird show. It was called The Dirty Show. I was Sean Connery. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was trapped inside, and it got very dark after that, but funny. But anyway, so he was before me, and he goes, I'm cool, Dad. I ride around on roller skates. And so he's sitting there on his roller skates on the stage by himself. And he goes, I'm cool, Dad. I have a Swatch or just some popular watch. He's like, I'm cool, Dad. I like to skate without my shirt. So he takes off his shirt. And I'm like, wait, where's this going? He goes, I'm cool, Dad. I like to cut myself with a razor blade. And I'm like, what did he say? So he takes the razor blade. He's never done it before. He's doing it for the bit, which, props to him for that. And so he runs it down his chest once. I don't know if you've ever cut yourself with a razor blade. It doesn't bleed right away. So he does one and he doesn't see any blood. So he's like, oh, I guess it didn't work. And it's, you don't feel it, I guess. Again, I haven't done it myself. I asked him after. So then he does another. And by the time he does the second, the first just starts gushing blood. So now this one's bleeding. Then this one's bleeding. And now there's just blood everywhere. And he's still on roller skates. But he sticks with the promise. I'm cool, Dad. And then he goes into whatever else he was saying, but no one could concentrate on whatever else he was saying because he's just bleeding all over the ground. So like he roller skates off, all bleeding and shit. He's fine. And then I got to go up next. And the stage manager, if there even was one, was out there like trying to mop up all the blood on the floor. This is absolute chaos. Good times. There you go. All right, we'll do one more. Am I the asshole? And then we'll hit the road. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Don't be a stranger to it. Hit the like and subscribe button. There's I don't know how many people are watching right now. 5,200. If 5,200 of you would hit the like and subscribe button, I'd be at almost 20,000 subscribers. So please, if you haven't, help a brother out. Hit the like and subscribe button. All right. Well, we'll do one more. Am I the asshole? And then I got to go to sleep because I got to get I got to take my son to school tomorrow. He's got an early day. Do. Am I the asshole for telling my dad? I already think you're the asshole for because he's saying Can you see this one? No, let me pull this up. Hang on a second. Let me share it. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my dad I didn't like him acting silly at my wedding? I would say yes, because what the hell? Acting silly? He didn't say he was a jerk. What's acting silly? Enjoying your life, living your life, not being a slave to decorum and rules, man. I like your dad acting silly. Come to my wedding. My dad, okay. So he sounds like a cool dad. You got the cool dad, man. You got to bitch about it, Mr. Uptight, Mr. Penny Loafers. My dad used to try and get me to laugh all the time. What a monster. He tried to get his little boy to laugh. But you were the mailman's baby, I guess. Because you had no sense of humor. My dad used to try and get me to laugh all the time. Again, unlicensed therapist. Get me to laugh all the time as a kid. He stopped being goofy as I got older. Well, yeah, because you were a buzzkill. You're no fun. What, you got to use all his A material on you? I hope you had a sibling who at least got him. It's like he's like a comedian. And you don't like him. You don't want to see his shows. But I guess he thought my wedding would be a good day to ramp it up again. Good for your dad. The first thing that happened when he walked me down the aisle, this has been building in him for so long, because you try to beat it out of him. I was happy and excited and crying. Okay, well, that's good. That's a good sign. When we got to the end of the aisle with my now husband, so this is this is a woman. So you're his daughter and you're married some dude. I hope the dude isn't trying to be funny with you. You're going to suffer the same fate as your dad. My dad grabbed my husband's hand, then my hand, then put them together and did this weird approving bowing. He's just having fun before sitting down. I thought this was weird because we didn't rehearse. Well, of course, he's not going to do it during the rehearsal because you're going to tell him he can't do it because you're no fun. You're a wet blanket. Anyway, he was supposed to hug me. Well, he didn't. Shake my husband's hand and then sit down. However, I'd almost mostly forgotten about it, and it didn't bother me too much. It still bothered you a little. What bothered me, here we go, was when it came to the father-daughter dance. Oh, come on, this is his moment. He's been waiting his whole life to do this. Oh, come on. You think he hasn't been practicing this for years, whatever's about to happen. 5 minutes before the dance was scheduled to happen, my wedding planner warned my parents. My wedding planner warned my parents. Okay. My parents took this information and left to feed my dog, which they didn't need to do since it's not a 5-minute activity for them. They were gone for 25 minutes. That's just weird. That's not being silly. That's just being either inconsiderate or clueless. They're gone for 25 minutes. I was texting them, begging them to come back. My planner, DJ, and photographers kept asking where my parents were. I think they were having sex. The photographers were scheduled to leave right after the parent dances. Well, my parents finally came back with my dog, who wasn't allowed in the reception area. We were quickly rushed into dances. My dad was trying to dance silly and happy with me, and I just couldn't after my parents disrespected mine in the professional time like that. I smiled for the camera, moved on. My parents left my wedding early, 30 minutes later. Probably have sex again. Today, my dad brought up these two instances and said he could tell I wasn't feeling it. I said that I absolutely was not feeling it. He was hurt by that. Honestly, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. I haven't shared any of this with them because they both have the emotional intelligence of a goldfish. So you're very disparaging of your parents. Am I the asshole for being ungrateful for having a goofy day? The goofy part's fine. I'm fine with that. The leaving the wedding for 25 minutes is just on your wedding day and fucking everything up. No, that's not cool. So you should have it. You're half an asshole. You're an asshole because you didn't like him doing his funny little bow, but you're not an asshole because he did fuck up the timing of your wedding, and that's legitimate. You shouldn't have done that. So there you go. We end on a half asshole. How about that? All right, everyone. I love you. God bless you. Yeah, exactly. Depends what silly is. Sniffing girl's hair. Exactly. That's a little different, right? It is still live. Big Dave. You think I do a short show? No, it is live. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's right. All right, so listen, I've got to run. I got to go to bed. Like I told you, I got to get up early, take my son to school. 6 a.m., folks. Not just regular time for him. It's an early day tomorrow. And I got to make him lunch. But that being said, I had a great time as always. I love doing this show. If you like the show, tell your friends, tell your family. Hit your, you can ask me questions in the chat if you want. You can email me at jeffahern56@gmail.com. There's lots of ways to reach out. Do it. Your question could be on the show. I'm doing a show Friday. I'm going to try and have a guest on. So please, if you want to be a guest on the show, put a comment in the chat, a comment on the video. Reach out to me on jeffahern56@gmail.com. If you have a question, we'll have some fun with it and have a good time. How about that? All right. All right. I'm off. God bless you. Have a great day, everybody. Jeff, the unlicensed therapist, signing off. And enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you're seeing the replay, thank you for your support. Hit the like and subscribe button. I think that's everything I need to say. All right, folks. God bless you. I will be back Friday at 10 p.m. for another episode of Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody. God bless. See you Friday. Bye.